This is the declaration in support of arrest warrant from when Jake Haro and his wife, Vanessa Avina, almost killed their 10-week-old baby. It talks about the baby's injuries, what Jake told the police happened, how he turned on Vanessa. Let's go over it. Jake said that on October 12, 2018, after Vanessa dropped him off at the home, he took V1's, that's the baby, temperature and saw that it was 99 to 100 degrees. Jake gave her Tylenol and decided to bathe her in the kitchen sink. While holding her to let the water rinse off of her, she slipped out of his hands and fell into the sink. Jake said the left side of her chest hit the center divider of the dual basin sink. Jake immediately picked her up and did not notice any signs of injury. Jake said Vanessa returned home about 40 minutes after she dropped him off. Jake told Vanessa that he dropped her on the sink. Jake said he went to bed around 21 to 22 hours. That's 9 to 10 p.m. Jake was awakened by Vanessa in the early morning hours and told Jake something is wrong with the baby. Vanessa told Jake to feel her back. Jake said he immediately felt something crackle and not right with her back. Jake said she was crying, but it was not her normal cry. It was different, but he could not explain how. I informed Jake he had previously mentioned that he felt crackling on her back. Jake said it was very noticeable. I asked Jake if he felt the crackling when he bathed, put lotion, or changed her after she fell, and he said he did not. Jake and Vanessa are the only adults in the home and are the only caretakers of her. Vanessa told me she would not talk to me without her attorney present and refused to answer any questions. I arrived at Hemet Valley Hospital and contacted Dr. Elliott. Dr. Elliott stated she appeared to have multiple healing rib fractures as well as an acute fracture. I was also informed she had been transported to Loma Linda University Medical Center. I responded to Loma Linda Hospital and was informed she had been intubated and was in critical condition. After several hours and undergoing multiple tests, forensic pediatrician Dr. Daly provided me with an update of her. The following is a synopsis of injuries found on her. Acute fracture of the posterior left 5th rib, healing fractures of the posterior lateral left 6th and 7th ribs, as well as the posterior left 10th through 12th ribs, healing fractures of the right posterior lateral 6th rib, as well as the posterior 9th through 12th ribs, parietal bone fracture or skull fracture, brain hemorrhage, significant prevertebral soft tissue swelling of the neck, and a healing tibia fracture on the right leg. Dr. Daly informed me she had suffered at least 2 seizures and stated her condition could have been fatal if medical attention was not sought. These injuries would have been very painful, caused the child to have difficulty breathing, irritable, and cry. On December 1st, 2018, Loma Linda University Children's Hospital forensic pediatrician Dr. Daly completed the suspected child abuse and neglect examination on her. In her report, she stated the following opinion. V1, the baby, had findings of intracranial hemorrhage, brain injury, cervical spine injury, and retinal hemorrhages, accompanied with lethargy and seizures, are consistent with acceleration-deceleration forces of the head with traumatic stress on the neck. The skull fracture is consistent with impact to the head. Multiple rib fractures are typically caused by a squeezing mechanism of the chest. The healing oblique tibial fracture is likely secondary to a traumatic twisting mechanism. Dr. Daly further stated, the combination of the above findings in a pre-mobile infant and the absence of a plausible history of significant trauma to explain the injuries is indicative of abuse, head trauma, child physical abuse, and nutritional neglect. The history of a short fall onto the kitchen sink does not explain her extensive and severe head trauma or her multiple bilateral rib fractures. Jake told me he went home after being at the hospital. Jake's sister grabbed his iPad and opened the internet browser. Jake told me the active browser page that opened was a search of how to feed a baby with broken ribs. Jake said Vanessa had access to the iPad and has the iCloud account of Vanessa Jake Haro 20 at iCloud.com. A search of the iPad revealed the following Safari search time-stamped on October 13th, 2018 at 1:19:56 a.m. Is it hard to feed an infant with fractured ribs? This was prior to the hospital visit. On November 17, 2018, I spoke to Jake. Jake informed me he did not use the iPad on October 13, 2018 at 1 o'clock in the morning. Jake also informed me he does not take the iPad to work. I asked Jake if Vanessa caused the injuries to the baby, and Jake stated at this point, yes. On June 18, 2019, Jake voluntarily came in to speak with me. Jake said, if you asked me, do you see her doing this 8 months ago, I would have told you no way. If you ask me now, it had to have been her. Jake was referring to his wife, Vanessa. Jake and Vanessa willfully caused or permitted the baby to suffer injustifiable physical pain. I request 273A PC charges filed against Jake and Vanessa. Now, after reading all of that, can somebody please explain to me why they both didn't receive a number of charges, including attempted murder, and why they were both able to get married and have more kids that didn't get taken from them?